Hello, this is Michele Knight. Now, I've been doing daily astrology and I will get back to doing the daily astrology, but I am on a big adventure at the moment and I'm off here, there and everywhere, so I can't really commit to that, although I am doing other stuff for you, which I'll be delivering when I get back. In the meantime, I couldn't leave you without any astrology, so I've decided to focus on June. Now, June is a massive month astrologically. Now, this month, it's all change when it comes to relationships, not only our personal romantic relationships, but our relationship to ourselves. And all of us are going through a massive shift in vibration. Venus, the planet of love, is in Gemini, and it's making us able to look at our relationships more objectively, to be able to talk and communicate, and also to free ourselves if we need to. The biggest day of June is the 4th of June. And in fact, everything is leading up to that date, because on that date, we have not only a new moon, but we have Venus, the planet of love, conjunct that new moon. Now, to all intents and purposes, on paper, that looks fabulous. It brings about transition. We can absolutely shift our relationship dynamics. We can transform the way we view and communicate in relationships, and we can move on. And this energy is very, very profound and very deep. But it's not as simple as that, because June has some quite intense and challenging astrology, not least of which the mutable Grand Cross, which is also on that day. So yes, we are changing our energy, we are shifting our energy, but this mutable Grand Cross is bringing up all sorts of issues, the issues from our unconscious, individual interactions, experiences with other people, unavoidable communication, and it might feel as if we're being pushed and pulled in many directions. In fact, we may see an increase in conflict in the world on that day. There may in fact be something that's even more universal than just our individual relationships. It really is a testing time. Having said that, it is also a portal and an opportunity for us to leap forward and go in a new direction, and to literally transform the way that we experience our one-to-one relationships, and to allow ourselves to look at things through a new lens and to open up our heart in a new way. It also gives us the ability to communicate in a way that we haven't before. It may be that we were very caught up in emotion before. It may be that we were caught up in either desire or a sense of duty or a sense of feeling that we had to do things, or we were so obsessed with someone that we couldn't think outside the box. If you're not in a relationship, it may be that either you've given up or you were attracted to the wrong partners. And the joyful news is it can now shift. You can now move on to a different experience. But as I said, this mutable Grand Cross is shaking our foundations. It's shaking us to the very core. It's allowing us to kind of experience things which are different. It's allowing us to suddenly see the whole world of relationships in a new way. And it, really does depend on your view. Some people, even if things aren't working out, like to be stuck in the same old pattern. And believe me, this is not going to allow that to be the case. We've also got issues with Venus squaring Neptune, so bringing to the surface our illusions and our desires, and what is real and what isn't real. And it's very difficult initially to see the wood for the trees. Joyfully, we do have a Sun and Venus conjunction even. Now, some people say, oh, well, that's not necessarily a good thing, but I disagree. I have to say, I think a Sun and Venus conjunction is good, because it's all about teamwork, it's all about being supported, and certainly all of us will know who's on our team, who is our friends, who are our true lovers, who are the people that we can rely on. So, I cannot stress to you how important the 4th is, but when we move into the week of the 6th, it should slightly lighten up, at least for a little while. and we may feel that, you know, things are moving. There are T-squares, there are energies of being pushed and being pulled and fundamentally being tested. On the 14th, we have Neptune going retrograde, which is also big news. Neptune is the planet of spirituality, Neptune is the planet of illusion. But when it goes retrograde, it's quite interesting because what it tends to do is give us a reality check. We can no longer be a fool to our emotions or to our dreams or to our illusions. We have to face up to the reality. But once we know the reality, that's when we can, you know, build firm foundations and transform things in a positive way. On the 17th, Venus enters Cancer, and there's a sense that we're all needing a bit more security. We all need to go into ourselves a bit more, and we all need to open up to a different experience and a different kind of way of being. And there's a part of our soul that is kind of wants comfort and wants people to be different in a way and kind of there for us. And if those people do not step up to the plate, then there's going to be issues there. It's going to be a sense of, you know, we're not going to put up with it anymore. There's a sense of desiring something different and something more meaningful. And basically, really, the June astrology is saying to commit to ourselves. And if people give us beef and give us grief, you will get a very clear sign that it is time to move on and time to allow yourself to have a life without the stress, without the conflict, and without kind of overly taking responsibility for other people. It's time to commit to ourselves. It's time to be honest. It's time to talk. It's time to come up with new ideas. And it's a time to kind of see things in a new way and to liberate ourselves. Funnily enough, it is sort of less emotional, certainly the beginning of the month. But as time goes on, things shift, things transform, and things change. And it actually, basically the message of June is to look after ourselves and to take care of ourselves. And when Mars goes direct on the 29th, everything kind of eases up. It feels much more stable. Right now, it's like we're dealing with healing ourselves from the past, healing our soul from the past, moving on from unhealthy relationship dynamics. Take care, and I'll see you when I get back. If you like this, please come to my website where there's thousands of articles from psychic to soulmate and lots of free tarot readings, www.michelleknight.com. And for all the written astrology of this month, week, or even day, go to horoscope.co.uk.